Hello everybody, my name is Jose Rodriguez. In a previous video, we were able to install three different roles on our Windows Server 2022: Active Directory Domain Services, DHCP, and DNS. In today's video, we will focus on the DHCP server role that we install on our server. As we discussed previously, when we configure the pandalab.com network adapter, we enabled the DHCP server option for it. Now that we added the DHCP server role to our Windows server, we have two DHCP servers, okay, in for pandalab.com. So what we are going to do is first we will configure the DHCP server role that we install on our server, and then we will disable the DHCP server for the network adapter. Okay, so let's start by going to our Windows server here. Okay, as you can see, the DHCP server role is enabled and ready. So we are going to the tools menu at the top right of your screen. Okay, and we will use the DHCP tool. Okay, so here is the DHCP tool window. Okay, and here this is our domain controller DC01 for pandalab.com, and it has two different versions of IP addresses, version 4 and version 6. We are going to work on the version 4 IP address. So what we need to do is we need to make a right click on IP version 4 and then select the new scope option. Okay, the reason why we are creating this scope is so we can distribute IP addresses to computers or any other device on our network. Okay, so let's just click on Next. We need a name for this scope. We can just use pandalab.com scope or any other name that you would prefer. And for the description, you can just say scope for pandalab.com. Okay, let's click on Next to continue. And we will need to provide a range of IP addresses. Remember that the pandalab.com network, okay, is a class C network, which means that for hosts, we have 254 IP addresses available. So we can select any range between those values. So what we are going to use is, let's say, 192.168.1. I don't know, maybe 40, and then all the way to 192.168.1.60. Okay, we are going to use 24 bits for our network because it's a class C network, and the subnet mask for that number of bits is 255, 255, 255, 0. Okay, let's click on Next. If you need to exclude part of this range of values, you can add a range of IP addresses here. Maybe if you want to exclude some IP addresses for specific resources, like another server, another domain controller, a Windows event collector, etc. For now, we don't need to configure this. So let's just click on Next. And then we need to specify the lease duration. Okay. So my Windows version is going to expire in around 180 days. So you can use that as a reference, but this will depend on your network environment. This is just a research lab, so you can pick whatever value is better for you. I will go just with a year and then click on Next. And then we need to configure options now. Yes, we want to configure these options for the DHCP server. So let's click on Next. For the router, we need to specify a default gateway. Okay, so we are going to use the IP address of our pfSense router, 192.168.1.1. So let's go here, 192.168.1.1, and click on Add. Okay, then just click on Next to continue. Um, it's asking us to provide information about DNS servers. Since our Windows server is also a DNS server, okay, because we installed that role on our computer, the IP address 192.168.1.4 is already there. So we don't need to add anything else, okay? Let's click on Next. We don't need this type of servers right now, so we will just skip this section. Let's click on Next. And of course, at the end, we need to activate or enable this scope for the pandalab.com domain. Okay, let's click on Next. Okay, so the process is completed. We just need to close the wizard and click on Finish. Okay, so here you can see the scope that we just created. You have you have information about the pool of addresses available, to provide IP addresses to any device connected to this network and allow the communication among them. We have, whenever we connect a new device and this server provides an IP address to that device, you will see the information here. Uh, we will go back to this window later in other videos when we start adding computers to the pandalab.com domain. If you and you have more information that you can review here later. Okay. Now that the scope is ready and the DHCP server is able to start leasing IP addresses to devices, we need to go to VirtualBox, go to the tools icon here, select network, and we will go to the NAT networks tab. Here's where we configure the DHCP server for the pandalab.com network adapter. So what we are going to do is just uncheck these bots and then click on apply. Okay, so now the only DHCP server available for our network is our Windows Server 2022. Okay, thank you for watching this video.